safe.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Larry Kudlow. High drama from Washington. Is the bailout deal dead or alive? That is tonight's big question.
It's very clear that Americans have some reason to be concerned and even angry about where we find ourselves.
This is about Main Street. It's about America. It's really about the whole fabric of American life when you get down to it.
Working together in a bipartisan way, we fashioned an alternative.
How are my constituents going to react when they find out that the president's idea of executive compensation reform still allows bailout companies, bailed out with our tax money, to pay $1 million a month salaries?
Larry, remember being in government at OMB? If you actually are dangling on the precipice, would you ever want to go through the normal government contracting procedure to get the guy who's going to rescue you?
At the same time, they're trying to keep our housing prices up. They're telling builders they're trying to stimulate building. Well, we might have 1 million extra houses that we don't need. So that's the worst thing to do. You want the market to correct these things. So regulation by government and central economic plan by the Federal Reserve System is not capitalism. So we're not seeing the failure of capitalism. We're seeing the failure of economic planning, which is leading to socialism.
Well, thank you very much. New and improved, but will it be approved? Welcome, everybody. I'm Neil Cavuto, and this is it. Do or die in just hours. We will know. The markets will know. The world will know. Will the United States Senate do what the House of Representatives could not and would not?
There's actually a bill that's been introduced by Congressman Bartlett of Maryland that would do both. It would get rid of the FDIC insurance cap and would authorize the Secretary to protect the money market funds.
Committee tell us who believes the Senate will pass the legislation. Joining me now, three leading experts on this economy. In Clifton, Virginia, Lawrence Lindsay, former director of the National Economic Council, also serving as White House economic advisor to President Bush. Laura, good to have you with us. In Chicago, Professor Lawrence Officer. He's professor of economics at the University of Illinois at Chicago. And in Sarasota, Florida tonight, William Isaac. He's the former chairman of the FDIC. Bill, good to have you here. Lawrence Lindsay first. You support this bailout. You think it's a good idea. Is that right?
Well, I'm in favor of the current bill. I shared Senator Shelby's view of the original bill.
A president has to stop campaigning and start governing. And part of governing is not looking at the day's approval rating or delivering today. It's a 4-year trajectory. And, you know, Secretary Clinton was just over in China begging for them to keep buying our bonds. If she has to do that, she must have been getting the message we heard. That's the kind of feedback they need. There was no one at Treasury to talk to foreign investors. They haven't filled the place yet. I mean, I think that they're really tone deaf when it comes to thinking about what it takes to get through the next 4 years and plotting out a long-term strategy.